Graphs, where we're going to be taking a look at input-output charts. First, getting our brains warmed up, my number times 25 will equal 100. What is my number? You may want to create an algebraic expression here. So my number, let's just say it's x times 25 is equal to 100. So what times 25 is equal to 100? And our answer is 4. 15 divided by my number will equal 6. What is my number? So creating an algebraic expression once again, 15 divided by my number, let's represent it with n, it will equal 6. So 6 times what is going to equal n? And it is 2.5. And last problem, let y represent my number. 3y equals 60. Remember when there's a variable and a number right next to each other that tells us to multiply? So 3 times what is 60? And it is 20. So y equals 20. All right, your math message today is going to be talking about a plane and trying to figure out how far did it go. A plane travels at a speed of 480 miles per hour. At that rate, how many miles will it travel in 1 minute? Okay, so now we're going to try to create a number model. Some of us are really struggling still when it comes to word problems. Let's highlight the important parts. So we know that it goes 480 miles per hour. We want to know, will it travel in 1 minute? So some of us are thinking, well, I know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So if I did 480, because that is how many miles per hour, and we divide that by 60, because we were talking about miles per hour, we can go ahead and figure that out. Now, what is the distance per mile that they actually are traveling? Once again, this is a review of dividing with zeros. Remember that if you're dividing with 0 and there's a 0 on both, we can cross them out. So now we're asking ourselves, how many times does 6 go into 48 without going over? Maybe you want to think about 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 and 8 went on a date, came back as 48. We can also think about it this way. So if that at 8 miles, if they're going 8 miles per minute, how far will that plane travel in 10 minutes? So is going by 8 miles per minute, how far will it go? So to figure out this one, we know that it's going 8 miles in 1 minute, and we're going to multiply that by 10 minutes. And in those 10 minutes, it's going to go 80 miles. 8 times 1 is 8, and we just needed to add our 0. Part of your math journal today is going to be working on input-output charts, which we have been practicing quite a bit in our math boxes in the last couple units. So using the information up above, an airplane flying at 8 miles per minute, and it is a-okay to highlight important things here, 8 miles per minute. You can use the following rule to calculate the distance for any traveled for any number of minutes. So our distance is equal to 8 times our time. So if we're going to input that into here, we have our time, which is t. We know we're multiplying it by 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times our t of 2 is 16. 8 times our time of 3 would give us an answer of 24, and so forth. The rest you can be doing in your math journal in tomorrow's lesson. Once you've finished graphing all or getting all your input output, you're going to be graphing your chart over time. So how far did they go as time went on? What did the distance go? Another math journal page is you're going to be working on, once again, input output. Take a look at the rule. So here is words typed is equal to 45 times the number of minutes. Here are our minutes. So 45 times 1 would equal 45. 45 times 2 would give us how many words we had in 2 minutes, which is 90. You will need to be completing the rest of page 349 as well tomorrow. Make sure that you are just reading what the input output is. If you follow those steps, you will definitely be successful in today's lesson. Biggest idea is you need to make sure you understand what they're asking you to do, understanding the input output.